My name is Chiamaka, and I grew up in a small town in eastern Nigeria. From the outside, our home looked normal. My mother sold vegetables in the market, and my father worked as a bus driver. People in the neighborhood used to greet us and say, "What a hard-working family." But what people see outside is not always the truth inside. My father had a temper. Whenever business was bad or money was short, he would come home angry. Place would break. Words would fly like stones. My mother never shouted back. She would just lower her eyes and whisper,
One night, I
"It's
walked
okay."
into the kitchen and
As
saw
a
my mother
child,
sitting
that
quietly.
used to confuse me. Why would someone stay quiet when they were clearly hurting? One evening changed everything for me. I was about 10 years old. Rain was falling heavily that night. My father had
But when
come home
business was
drunk
bad,
again.
My
I
father
heard
came home
shouting
angry.
from the living room.
This rain is
Then
endless.
suddenly, everything became quiet. Too quiet. Curious, I slowly walked toward the kitchen. That's where I saw my mother. She was sitting on a small wooden stool, holding a pot of soup she had just finished cooking. But she wasn't eating. She wasn't moving. Tears were silently falling from her eyes into the soup. She quickly wiped them when she noticed
As
me
a child,
standing
I
there.
never understood why my mother stayed silent.
"My daughter," she said softly, forcing a smile, "go and sleep. Tomorrow will be a better day." But that night, I could not sleep. Something inside me changed. I realized that my mother wasn't weak. She was strong in a way I didn't understand yet. She endured pain, not because she liked it, but because she believed in protecting her children from the storm. Years passed. Life was not easy. My mother woke up before sunrise every day to go to the market. She carried heavy baskets on her head, walked long distances, and still came home to cook for us. Sometimes I would ask her, "Mama, why don't you leave?" She would smile and say something I will never forget.
People thought my mother
"Pain
was
can
weak
teach you two
until
things,
the day
my
her
daughter.
silent tears
It can make you
changed my
bitter,
entire life.
or it can make you wise." I chose to become wise. I
My
studied
name is Chiamaka.
hard,
I grew up
very
in a small
hard.
town in eastern Nigeria.
While other children
From the
played
outside, our family looked normal.
I stayed with my
Food is
books,
almost ready.
remembering my mother's silent tears in that kitchen. And one day, everything changed. I received a scholarship to attend university. When I brought the letter home, my mother held it with trembling hands. For the first time in many years, I saw her cry again. But this time, they were tears of joy. Today, I work as a social worker, helping women and children escape difficult homes. Sometimes when I sit with a woman who feels trapped,
One night,
I remember my
walked
mother
into the
sitting
kitchen
quietly in that
and
kitchen.
saw my mother sitting quietly.
And I tell them something she once told me. Your pain does not have to be the end of your story. Because life taught me one powerful lesson. The strongest people
She
are
saw
not
me and
always the
whispered,
loudest ones.
Go and sleep, my daughter.
Sometimes they are
Tomorrow
the
will be a
ones
better
who
day.
cry in silence and still wake up the next morning ready to fight for a better future.